Some things can be such a disappointment. You want to know one of those disappointments? One of the worst Star Wars shows, if not yet the worst show I have ever seen. It was said to be one of the greats. Come to find out, it was a living nightmare for all Star Wars fans out there. It's called Acolyte. Star Wars Acolyte. What are you doing, Disney? Why are you torturing the hearts of these innocent Star Wars fans? Now, people, I'm going to explain why this is one of the worst Star Wars shows I have ever seen. After this intro. Welcome back to Flacco's Fun World Podcast. I am your host, Flacco the Great. Now, I know what you're going to say. Dude, it's almost been 2 weeks. No. I had good excuses. I took a break. I was at camp with my dad. I got a job. Yes, I know I got a job at a Chick-fil-A. I did it. And I totally forgot I had a podcast. I mean, the podcast is still doing good. Again, thanks for y'all's support. And I'm here. I'm here, guys. I know you missed this face. I miss my face too. So therefore, we're going to get back into this podcast. And today's episode is going to be very controversial, but it's probably going to be very true. Why do I say that? Because we are going to be reviewing one of the worst Star Wars series I have ever seen in my entire life. For all them Star Wars fans who watch this show can understand the pain we had to go through. We are going to be talking about Star Wars Acolyte. I want you thinking, dude, that picture looks so cool. Oh, yeah, look at the picture, dude. You haven't seen Acolyte, then, have you? Oh, no. You have not yet seen Acolyte yet. Where do we start? As the biggest, ginormous Star Wars fan, this show has crushed my heart and my spirit and my soul. Now, I'm not mentally well anymore after this. Can you understand what I had to go through? I forced myself to watch this show. Why? I don't know, to be honest. I'm the guy who, once he starts something, he's got to finish it. And apparently, I'm still forcing myself to watch this. Not even all the episodes have come out yet. I can't wait anymore. It's time to tell you guys why Star Wars Acolyte is the worst Star Wars series, if not yet the worst series I have ever seen. So let's start with the basics here. Star Wars Acolyte. What's an Acolyte? An Acolyte is trained by a Sith Lord to basically be kind of like an assassin. You know, like how like Vader had those Inquisitors? Like the Inquisitors are not Sith. However, they are Force sensitive and they they're assassins for Vader, and Vader's the Sith, right? So basically, if you see this woman with the mask covering her nose that looks exactly like this one, her name is May. May is kind of the antagonist of Acolyte, along with the Sith Lord right here. I do not remember the Sith Lord's name. I'm gonna go look him up really quick because that's how much I really don't care about the series. I don't even remember like all the names, and like. Um, does it like tell us his name? So his name is Kimir, but he's known as the Stranger. How do you say that? Quimir? There's no Q, so it's Kimir. Kimir. I'm gonna say it's Kimir. Kimir, or known as the Stranger, is the Sith Lord behind the mask. We'll call him the Stranger because that's so much easier to say than Kimir. The character Kimir, though, was more of like someone who was saying that he worked for the mysterious Sith Lord that May worked for. Come to find out he was Sith Lord. Oh, who could have saw that coming? Anyways, so that's the Sith Lord, who trained May to be her acolyte. I mean, for her to be his acolyte, right? She got like these throwing knives, and because she's not allowed to use like an actual like Star Wars weapon. If you're really an acolyte and you're really trained well, you don't need um a lightsaber to kill a Jedi. So that's what she's trying to prove, right? And then over here we got Osha. Now Osha is the other twin. She was a former Jedi. Now in the first episode, she was framed that she was the one that was killing the Jedi. Come to find out that it wasn't Osha, but it was her twin sister May. Oh, they're the twin. Anyways, as you see, we got some Jedi over here. I do not remember these Jedi's names. So this one with the green lightsaber, the female, she died in the first episode, but she was actually connected well to these sisters. We'll get into that. That was in episode 2. No, episode 3, because Disney released 2 episodes when it first came out. So here in the United States, it comes out at 9 p.m. I don't remember where else, but I think it's like the UK or something. It was at like 6 p.m. So I had to watch this. Okay, at like 9 p.m. They're like 40 to 30 minutes long, which is like normal time for like a lot of episodes. Although there's a lot of episodes that are like an hour long these days, but you know it's like whatever. Soul. That's the guy in the middle. I remember Soul. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Soul's actually pretty cool. Like, I don't know, like there's something about Soul that I kind of like. If there's like one character that I like in this show, it's probably Soul. I don't know why. Like Soul is a interesting character, and he has a past that he has not yet explained to us yet. That I'm actually kind of hoping to learn more in the later episodes. Like every time they tease, like he's about to tell us, what's your story? And then something happens. You know, it's like, oh, another cliffhanger. I hate cliffhangers. I mean, they're cool, but they're not cool at the same time. These other 3 Jedi over here. I do not remember the name either because I really don't care, to be honest. But these 2, the girl with the white and orange like makeup on her face, and then that dude with the nice looking haircut are dead now. This woman, she kind of reminds me of Sabine, not Sabine. Syndulla, Hera Syndulla from the Rebels, just without the whatever those things that they have. If you don't know who that is, she is from Star Wars Rebels, so you can look her up. Her name is Hera Syndulla, and I don't know why she kind of reminds me of that, but without the whatever those, I'm gonna say like tentacles or something that comes out of her head, and her lightsaber is actually pretty cool. Whatever her Jedi name is, her lightsaber can actually turn to a whip. I don't think I've ever seen that before, and that's actually kind of cool. I'll give the weapon a 8 out of 10 because purple doesn't really suit the character, but you know what? Who cares? Although it had, so here's something that's interesting about a purple lightsaber though. If a Jedi has a purple lightsaber, that Jedi is actually like really strong in the Force. That's what made Mace Windu such a interesting character. And Mace Windu almost he basically kind of did if it wasn't for Anakin, but defeated Darth Sidious. And Mace Windu is actually really powerful in the Force. Like he's connected both to the light and the darkness, like Darth Revan. Okay, so Darth Revan, he has a red lightsaber, but he also has a purple lightsaber because he's connected both to the light and the dark. Like he's equally balanced. And Mace Windu is kind of like that. And I'm wondering if that's what the character she is, because it's a purple lightsaber. So I'm thinking maybe she's kind of like connected to both the light and the dark. Like she's equally balanced. I'm just saying that because a lot of Star Wars fans will probably know that. But her lightsaber turns into a whip. I don't think I've ever seen that before in any Star Wars series, games, movies. So I'll give her a lightsaber pretty cool. I think her lightsaber is pretty cool. I don't even know what I just said. Also, you see that droid? That's Osha's. The droid is kind of cool. And then we see that Wookiee. Now, I was really excited because I thought we were going to see a Wookiee Jedi in action, but we never did. The only time we ever saw the Wookiee Jedi is when he went to find these children that were connected to the Force that were created by this woman, and we'll talk about that later. But he died by that Sith Lord, the Stranger. We didn't get to see the Wookiee Jedi in action. I was actually really hoping that the Wookiee Jedi would be able to do something, and he didn't. He didn't do anything, and he died. I really wanted to see if he would do something cool. But he was killed by the Stranger. So these are the characters. Now, if you see this woman right here, she only shows up in episode 2. She's dead now. Not episode 2. I'm so sorry. Episode 3. So she actually created both May and Osha using, I believe, dark magic to make these people, and which is illegal in the Republic. So during this time, this is 100 years before the Phantom Menace. Now, that's another reason why I'm upset about this show. When I'm thinking about Star Wars Acolyte, I was thinking we're going back to the old Republic, thousands and thousands of years ago, where there was tons of Sith and tons of Jedi. We have Nihilus, Revan, Bane. I don't know when Bane existed. I believe that was after Revan. I'm so upset. I have allergies. So this is date 100 years before the Phantom Menace, which is kind of a disappointment because I was really hoping we were going to go more back to our favorite old characters, old Jedi, old Sith. But no, we're just going back 100 years. Come on, people. You're better than this. Okay, sorry. So, this is when the Sith are basically extinct, okay? It's almost like there's no such thing. It's impossible for the Sith to be alive. This is during this time period. Okay? So, anyways, let's get back to that witch woman. So she created both May and Osha using the dark magic or using the Force, but not in the Jedi way, of course. That's illegal in the Republic. The Jedi find out, they come to their home planet, and they want to take both May and Osha to train them to be Jedi. Now, here's the thing. May and Osha were close, but it's Osha who doesn't want to do anything with what the Ascension, that's what it was called. So the mother, I guess that's basically their mother, wanted to do this Ascension. It's part of the I guess the cult, you guess you kind of say. It's just because, oh my word, dude, the song. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many. I don't know if I said that right, but that's what they were doing in episode 3. They were they're doing this creepy Harry Potter magic, which I am. Is it just me, or I feel that Star Wars is getting into the Harry Potter theme here, which is making me so upset because Star Wars should not have anything to do with Harry Potter. I mean, yeah, we had the Night Sisters and Mother Toslin, who's she does magic, dark magic, and all that in the Clone Wars series, but I was fine with that because that's not what it's all about, and it's kind of cool because how connected they are to actually Darth Maul and Savage Opress. But this is crossing the line. Okay, we got these witches, right, who are trying to make May and Osha do the Ascension. That's part of the family thing or part of the cult, right? But the mother, I mean, she's not mean though. She's actually really nice. She wants what's best for these children. To the fact she even let Osha make her choice if she wanted to be trained as a Jedi or not. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting and a little bit complicated for me to understand, really. So, Soul sees as both May and Osha a good chance to train them in the Force. Soul is a really nice character, but he definitely has a shady past, like I already mentioned. We also had another Jedi, but that he's not on the poster. He's probably not that cool. So we had her with the green lightsaber. We had Soul. We had the Wookiee Jedi, and I feel we had someone else, but I don't. Not him with the haircut, because he was probably May and Osha's age at the time. So, or her either, the one, because she's probably younger than May or Osha, maybe the same age. It's really hard to tell because I don't really know much about her. But so Osha wants to be a Jedi. May doesn't want her to leave or to become a Jedi. She wants to finish the Ascension with her mother and the rest of the cult, right? May doesn't take that very likely. And so she decides, well, you're going to have to stay here forever. And she tries to kill her own sister so that way she will never become a Jedi. To be honest, it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, why in the world you would want to cross that path to the point that you wanted to kill your own sister and then you kill your whole family? See, that's the part I don't understand. Like, I don't feel like that makes sense. Like, I mean, it's okay to be upset, right? Don't look at my hair, it's a mess. I'm sorry. I mean, like I said, it's okay to get upset, but why in the world would she get to the point she destroyed her whole family, her people, and tried to destroy her own sister? To me, that doesn't make sense. And like, I didn't really like that much because I feel like there should have been something else that would drive May to what she became. I mean, I guess with like the ending though. Okay, actually, I'm gonna say this real quick. Episode 3 should never have happened like that. I don't think we needed a whole episode about how all of like how this happened. They already explained it in episodes 1 and 2. I don't know why they decided to make it a whole episode. Like, I don't. No, I think my mom texted me. No, she didn't. Did she? No. So, like I said, I don't understand like why it had to happen. I don't think we needed that. I mean, maybe they could show like little bits, but not do a whole like 40-minute episode about it. I feel like it was ow, that hurt actually. Like, I feel like that was an unnecessary episode to have. And it wasn't like, I don't know. I just didn't really like it as much story-wise. So in episode 2, apparently May didn't know that Osha survived. And May didn't know that Osha didn't know that May survived, right? So they thought each other as dead, gone forever. That's why people thought it was Osha who was doing all the killings, because they believe May died in the fire, in the accident that happened. Or it wasn't really an accident. But no, because to find out they both survived. Oh, my sister reuniting. By the way, does this sound familiar to anybody? Let's see. 2 twins, strong at the force. They didn't know they were siblings. They got reunited. Twins, huh? Huh. Twins, huh? Huh. Where have we heard that before? Maybe if you guys actually comment, maybe you'll be right. I don't know. You guys never comment. You never talk to me. Like, when I do a podcast with Gigi, then you guys talk. I'm like, what? I don't know. I'm just saying. Anyways, so like I was saying. So in episode 2, it ended with Osha and May finally realized that, hey, they both are alive, right? Or whatever. Like, who cares, right? And then episode 4, they're still trying to find May, and they realize that May is like in this mysterious forest to go kill the Wookiee Jedi. Because apparently she's killing the only Jedi that actually came to her home. That's so old. Like, I'm gonna kill all the Jedi that I saw when I was a kid. I don't care. I don't care. That's so obvious, though. That's like in almost like every movie that I see when it has to talk about vengeance. At least destroy all the Jedi, but no, just these specific ones. I mean, I guess like, like for vengeance, and that's kind of the way of the dark side, but it's so it's so obvious. That's the problem. I feel like that's also what's wrong with the show. It's so obvious. Anyways, so before I lose it, let's keep going. So episode 4, right? They're trying to find May, and May is walking with Kiri? Kiris? I don't know how do you say it. How do you say it? Kamir, aka this is for the whole time. Oh, who could have saw that? So anyways, Kamir. They're both looked because so she made a deal with the Sith Lord. And by the way, the Sith Lord never told her who he was, which is actually like it's kind of cool and interesting because like the Sith are mysterious people. Like they don't like Emperor Palpatine, for instance. Okay, so no one knew he was a Sith until he revealed himself in episode 3, which is kind of cool, right? Because the Sith are like very mysterious people. Darth Vader, okay, he never told people who he was. Obi-Wan didn't even know he survived until the Obi-Wan Kenobi series when what's her name? Um she's an inquisitor, but she was really hunting Vader. Uh Dang it, I don't remember her name. I don't know why. But is she like third sister? Something like the third sister. She's the third sister. Yeah, I feel like she was the third sister. But anyways, Obi-Wan Kenobi didn't know Anakin survived until she mentioned his name and that he was Vader. Like that, the Sith are mysterious. So this is accurate. Like obviously, why would he reveal himself to his own acolyte? Like that's kind of the point. The Sith is mysterious. Like that's the point. Um, they're not ready to show themselves just quite yet, right? So that was accurate. So anyways, let's get to the bad stuff now. So in episode 4, come to find out, May. Oh my word, dude! Now that my sister's alive, I'm gonna turn to my master, and he'll never find me. Yes, he will. And why would you do that? I don't understand. Didn't you try to kill your sister in episode 3? Do you see what I'm going with this? Like, you know. I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, you try to kill your sister as a kid, and now you want to reunite with your sister again? She was like, I'm gonna turn myself into the Jedi and pay for my crimes. What? But what did you kill? Why? I don't understand. Like, actually, that makes me so confused and upset. Like, you were trying to kill your sister, now you want to reunite with your sister and pay for your crimes all because you know that your sister is alive. What is this crap? I don't understand. Like, why she would. So there's like this booby trap, like she set up for Kamir, I think, aka the stranger we're talking about. He's the Sith Lord dude, and like, I think she still wanted to go to find the Wookiee house to surrender herself to him, and then when she gets to the hut, oh, he's dead. A lightsaber? He's found me. Oh, don't betray your master next time, because you'll never be safe again. So Jedi find her. Okay, she's in the hut, and then the stranger appears. Okay, so episode 5 is, I mean, it wasn't perfect. However, it was probably my favorite episode out of the entire series so far. It's because of the lightsaber battle. Okay, I'm gonna give them this credit. The lightsaber fights are actually getting really better. Like, they're doing a lot better with the choreography for like the lightsaber battles, like in Obi-Wan Kenobi. They did pretty good in Ahsoka. And for Acolyte, I'll actually give them credit that the choreography for the lightsaber fights were actually really good. I what was I gonna say? I just think they did really good. I mean, sure, in episode 1, this girl with the green lightsaber was pulling a Vader from Obi-Wan, dodging and like around. We didn't really need that. However, the lightsaber fights for this is actually really good. I like it. I actually like the choreography fight with the lightsabers. So maybe they'll keep doing better with it. We'll see in the future episodes that are being uploaded to Disney. But anyways, so like episode in the end, not in the end. Episode 5 is just the Sith Lord just absolutely annihilating every Jedi, and that was actually really cool. Like he broke this guy's neck with the nice haircut, like messy. I don't know what they are. He like shish kebab 2 Jedi, I think, and he like pulled a ghost face here on this young girl and just went through her body. That's brutal, but that was actually really cool. Like, bro, this Sith Lord, man, he ain't playing games. He just like, oh, bam, annihilated the Jedi. And then, of course, Soul, it's the survivor. And come to find out when the master was, I believe, like sliced off, but it still was attached. Sorry. Come to find out it was Kamir. He was the Sith Lord. Who could have saw that coming? Really, guys? So, like, Soul all of a sudden began to change. I think it's because like how said he was when he's like his friends are dying in front of him. He let his emotions get the best of him, and then he was like getting all angry, pull like an Anakin, not holding back, And May is just running away from this dude. You're not so tough now, are you, May? And like, Soul proved to be a little bit stronger than Sith is because he wasn't really holding back. He was gonna kill him until Osha was like, "No, it is not the way of the Jedi," and all that crap. So, he escaped somehow. No, not escape. Osha. So there's like these giant beetles in the forest. This is also stupid, but I'm not the director. So there's like these beetles, like these huge bugs that like pick up the Sith Lord and pull like a little what's it called? Wizard of Oz moment, but they're not monkeys with wings, they're beetles, but that's okay. So like they just carry him off. That's great, That's exactly what we need is the beetles to pick up this dude with a red lightsaber. Okay. Like what are you gonna do? So Osho goes after May because Soul what happened to Soul? Oh, Soul got knocked out, I think. Something happened, like he got knocked out, like he got unconscious. I don't remember how. I might have to watch it again. But then like and it gets awkward. May and Osha come together. You killed our family. The Jedi took you from me. Let's go away together. No, I'm going to arrest you. Then I'm going to take your identity and go with Soul. Sorry, I just had to. That's exactly what happened in the end of episode 5. That's when it ruined it for me, to be quite honest. So, hey, May is now pretending to be Osha. Osha gets left behind. But she got found by the Sith Lord. He survived. He's fine. And he took her with him. Of course, the reason why he did that because he wanted Osha to join him. But I don't think as an acolyte. I'm thinking more of like an apprentice, and here's why. Because of episode 6. I hope I'm doing the episodes right. I only have like 6 episodes uploaded. Yeah, I think so. May pretends to be Osha. Osha gets captured by the Sith Lord. So let's move on. So Soul didn't realize that was May, obviously, which I'm surprised he didn't notice because he has the Force. I think he was just so clouded with like everything that just happened. Like that wasn't really like Long story short, they're trying to get back to the Jedi Council. The Jedi thought. Well, the Jedi went to go where the distress call was that was made by Soul, so their ship went down for some reason. And then they go there. And this lady with the purple whip lightsaber, she's like friends with Soul, like they're really connected well together. So they're kind of like really close. And like the Jedi still like they go there and they're like, what happened here? Now remember, they don't think the Sith exists anymore. So they don't think they're like, no, dude, that's impossible for a Sith. And the Jedi's like, is it Soul? Soul? Why in the world would Soul do that? Soul? Look at him. He looks. I really don't know what to say about him. But it's not Soul. Obviously, we know that. It's kind of. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would they blame Soul? Soul. I mean, he has a shady past. We can agree on that. And I'm hoping that we get to learn more about him, like who he was, because there's something that we're missing, right? But let's move on. Anyways, let's go to Osha now. Osha is like in this island with the Sith Lord. Oh my word, dude. Oh, he took a bath. He took a bath. I don't know why. He took all his clothes off. We saw it. And he took a bath. For absolutely no reason. And he pulled the Kylo Ren, guys. Shirt off and everything. Oh. Why? I don't know why. Like, I really don't know why. But they did. They sure did, It's crazy. So, anyways, so the way he's treating Osha, like he is trying to show her that the dark side and anger is your strength, and the Jedi want nothing to do with you. Now, the way he treated May, I feel like is a lot more different than he's treating Osha. So, okay, so May is an acolyte, right? I feel like she was treated different from him. But Osha, I don't think he wants her to be. I mean, the show is called Acolyte, so I could be wrong on this, but I feel like he might want her to be his apprentice. Or her, right? Yeah. I say that is because she asked him what he wanted, and he said, I want the rule of two. So the rule of two is, which was created by Darth Bane, but it was kind of more like created by Darth Revan because he believed that there was just too many Sith, that there should only be two, no more, no less, a master and apprentice. So I guess this is what Kamir wants, or the stranger, is to follow the rule of two. He wants to be the master, and he wants her to be his apprentice. So he's trying to show her the benefits of the dark side, right? And he's trying to show her, like, it's just accept it. Because the Jedi want nothing to do with you. He's kind of pulling like Emperor Palpatine here at this moment, like trying to get the best for using her emotions against her to make her question everything, and she's kind of falling for it. So in the end of episode 6, he told her to try on the helmet and see how it works. Now, the thing that's special about his helmet is it's a special kind of helmet. I don't remember what the material was called, but it helps him to be able to just be him in the Force. So the Force is what helps him to see. Because if you watch episode 6 in the end, you actually see what it looks like inside the mask. You can't see nothing. But that's the point. Your eyes can deceive you, right? The Force shows all. So therefore, he has the mask built like that and the eyes like that because he uses the Force as his guide to see and even fight, which is kind of like understandable. And he wants Osha to realize that, trust the Force. Let your anger and your darkness and the dark side of the power make you better than you were then. So basically, also in the end, Soul finds out that was May. He captures her, and then he starts acting really kind of a little creepy. Like he says, "I'm going to tell you everything. We're going to talk." But it was kind of scary. And he did go back to the Jedi Council. It's because once he found out that was May, he has to go find Osha now. He's not just going to leave her, right? Because he realized that, well, if Osha's alive, maybe that Sith Lord's alive, and I got to go find her and save her. And I want May to tell me everything because I'm going to tell everything to May. It's so confusing. So that's where we left off. So next week is episode 7. I don't remember how many episodes are going to be in the Acolyte show, but hopefully it will be over soon. If you want to check out the show, if you're not yet seen it already, just go to Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, spell Star Wars Acolyte and watch all the episodes and force yourself to suffer. There's just so many things that are wrong with this show, in my personal opinion, that I just really am a little bit disappointed about. The storytelling, it's basically the storytelling. The characters, just some characters that kind of make me a little bit upset, like with the witches, like they're pulling like a Harry Potter Star Wars, which you should never do. I just like really, and I was hoping we were going to go back to like the old Republic days, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago, but no, we're just going to go back 100. Hopefully one day Star Wars will realize this and they will, like, we should go to the old Republic, So maybe one day. I don't know. But anyways, guys, that was today's episode of The Reason Why Acolyte is the worst Star Wars show in the entire world. But if you still want to try it, like I said, you can go to Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, you can spell Star Wars Acolyte and watch all the 6 episodes that are being premiered right now. And wait till Tuesday at 9 p.m. if you live in the United States, of course, for the show to be released. Now, I'm going to end it here, guys. May God bless. And sorry I was so absent from the podcast. I'll try to do better. Like I said, episodes once a week. I can't always promise everything, especially now that I have a job, but I will try to make it work. May God bless, and I'll see you for more Flacco's Fun World Podcast.